Unholy. Yeah. There's something wrong with this picture. There's something wrong with these psychological warfares type of thing. If you're in a psychological warfare, right? And cloaking your ego includes it, then this must mean that psychological warfares are fake. And this also means that the fact that you're cloaking your ego, this means that you're trying to control other people, but secretly. A lot of people like to do psychological warfares with spiritual people, but you don't see that spiritual people already found themselves and they don't care about anything else out there that's brainwashing, and they're aware of all the stuff that devolve you. And they have heart for themselves, like they love themselves. So what makes you think that you're gonna change the spiritual person's mind? Even if you do a psychological warfare that doesn't do anything. Like, whether it's psychological warfare or out there, they both not gonna do anything. It's the same thing. It doesn't matter if it's secret. You know what people do? Like, you know how everything's within, right? They think just because, like, they let people hoax them, and they think that just because they're shameful, and they let other people control them, that all of a sudden they could do a psychological warfare with a spiritual person and then change his mind secretly. That does not work like that. Spiritual people aren't shameful. You only can do psychological warfare with shameful people. You don't see that's only for the low frequency. That doesn't work out on a higher frequency. These spiritual people already found themselves already. You don't see that they have self-worth, pleasure, power, love, truth. Truth! They have truth now. They also have faith, sense, clarity, understanding as a spiritualist, perception, grace, not consistence, because consistence is an egotistic thing. We have grace. So you can't switch grace. You only could do psychological warfare with people who are consistent. And we have paranormal and 13 singularity. You're still in separation. You're still in the entity consciousness of this thing. I'm me, that guy's him, this guy's that guy. We have a void state of mind type of thing. Like, so we not believe, we're aware that we're everybody. We're everything. We don't believe that we're just one existence and that's it. We believe that No, we're aware that we're everything. We're source. But you're still in separation. You still playing that jealous game, the shame thing, with the egotistic thing. That's only for consistent people. We have grace for what we do, type of thing. You can't have a psychological warfare with spiritual people like that. That doesn't work out. And it's nothing to do with giving up or holding it in. Spiritual people are not in that process of holding in or having to give up. We're already in the pool, type of thing. But if you're in a low frequency, you're in the giving up thing and the holding in thing. Those two are like the same thing, different side of the coin. Holy. So, if we have grace in no time, right? We already found ourselves. We already have everything that we wanted. Nothing out there to look at. Nothing to trance on. Nothing to hold on. We have no belief to hold on. No knowledge to hold on. No expression to hold on. No personality, nothing. So, if we have nothing to hold on, then what makes you think that you can switch something on a spiritual person? What are you switching? You can't switch spirituality. We already have spirituality within. That's not a personality. That's not an expression or an ego. Spirituality is what everybody has within. You don't see? That's like trying to switch somebody's physical body. You can't have a psychological warfare to switch somebody's physical body. That doesn't make sense. Holy. Same thing with my breath. You can't switch my breath. It's just, and even if everybody has a breath, it's just that I understand my breath more than others. You can't switch my understanding. Just for having a psychological warfare, all of a sudden I turn naive and dumb. That doesn't work like that. My brain's already downloaded intelligent. You don't see? Like, I already had that state of mind where I have clarity of my spirit. That's not expressing a personality. So what are you switching? My intelligence? Holy. So, like, all this videos I make, right? When I come on these videos and talk about intellectual stuff, right? That it's not me expressing my personality. Like, personality is another word for person. I'm a person in this video. You see how, like, I have my own personality? And I even have, like, a silly side of it. Like, sometimes I joke around and, like, spice things up. But that personality is not spirituality. Like, it's not spiritual itself like that. And it's not even it in the first place. Spirit means breath. Breath has nothing to do with your person. And I could have swore that all these spiritual people, like, right? Real spiritual people, not religious people. Real spiritual people are all different from each other, like, in a personality sense. Like, my personality, this is not a spiritual personality. This is not a spiritual act or a religious act. This is just me and that's it. That's not spiritual. What's so spiritual about my personality? Holy. So, it's just that I have understanding of my breath and that's it. I'm already in that state of mind. There's nothing to switch now. You can't switch somebody's brain, like what they got downloaded already. I'm already downloaded with intelligence. Intelligence is the quality of your awareness. How can you switch my awareness? I'm already aware of it. You can't delete it by a psychological warfare. Holy. But everybody, all these other low conscious people, right? There's something to switch. Because they're not themselves. They're expressing something. That's switching. Holy. Like, they market their expression like it's the main perception. That's something that you can switch. And the other guy could be, no, this is how you do it. This is how a human should be. This is how a human should be. And then the other guy will get jealous or something, and then he'll try to do a psychological warfare with that guy, so he can drag that guy into his mood. Psychologically. Like, into his mood. That's because they're all fake. But spiritual people, you can't switch spiritual people. What are you switching? They already have the raw intelligence. That's all a spiritual person is just the positive energy, not expressing things or being egotistic or trying to get unique personalities and stuff. That's not what it's about. Like, we have positive energy. You can't switch it. Like, you can't, like, my personality's better. My personality's better. So now, you're gonna have negative energy. What does personality have to do with energy? Like, negative energy and positive energy. It's just that I'm positive and that's it. It's not expressing religious morals or anything, or being nice. It's not religious knowledge to hold on, like, or trying to, like, be consistent with. It's just grace. With positive energy. It's just my whole being. It's part of my aura. See, like, that's just like the physical body thing. You can't switch somebody's physical body by a psychological warfare. And you can't switch somebody's aura over a psychological warfare. You can't switch their positive aura like that. Like, my personality is gonna change your mind about that aura. That doesn't work like that. That's like so stupid. But now you know what I mean. Focus. 13 love. That's spiritual people versus the low conscious people. Trying to give everybody psychological warfares type of thing. Especially to the spiritual people when they're not trying to do psychological warfares type of thing. All they do is try to look within. That's it, and help humanity type of thing. But then these psychological people, like, they try to see if the spiritual people are trying to get to the psychological warfare when it's not. Just because those spiritual people are spreading truth, it doesn't mean it's about you, type of thing. Because you're such in a psychological warfare that you're so damn paranoid, type of thing. While the spiritual people are only just trying to wake people up. It's not them putting you on the spotlight. Holy. And what the spiritual people do is experience life like spiritual people said, so they're not lying about anything. They said that they experience nature and life, so what the spiritual people do is experience life in other negative people. Then they go and make videos about it, so they can give other people clarity type of thing. Holy 13 love.